AOPC, what's up? Bob here. Welcome to Vinyl Finds on the Bob Bradley YouTube channel. This is number 93. That's right, folks. Number 93. If you've been watching the channel, you know that I have a huge stack of jazz records, and we're going to get into those in just a minute. But I would also like to talk about the 2021 Acoustic Sounds releases, primarily Impulse. That's right. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Coming in hot, that's right. Bam. Sunraw Astro Black. Now, this is not the original artwork. This is new artwork, and I have to say, it's pretty damn epic. Look at this. Saturn, some type of pyramid kind of thing going on. Sunraw. Yeah, it's on Modern Harmonic. It was mastered by Joe Lizzy for Modern Harmonic, but cut by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio. So it sounds pretty good. Sunraw. Avant-garde jazz before avant-garde jazz was cool. You know, doing these kind of modern somatic soundscapes with these weird and harmonic rubs that, you know, kind of create some dissonance, but still really cool. Some of this stuff could be at home in a Tarantino film. You know, there's like these weird kind of Rhodes kind of piano lines and stuff. Just really, really awesome record. If you don't have this, this is a solid reissue to get. Yeah, Modern Harmonic. Yeah, very, very good. Let's get into the Blue Note Classics. I haven't really talked much about them since I showed them last. In the meantime, I've gotten this one. Cannonball Adderley's Something Else. Yeah, this is unbelievable. Just Miles and Cannonball, fluid playing, you know, like honey dripping from the comb. It's an insane sounding pressing. Just spectacular bass on this. Just really, really nice. Now, will it compete with the Music Matters cut at 45 or something like that? Probably not. You know, there's not enough room to make the grooves wide enough and deep enough. But this is by far the best pressing you can get of this record anywhere near this price point. You know, I love original pressings of records, but to find something else, an iconic Cannonball Adderley record that's this clean, this beautiful, is virtually impossible. And for $25, so far I think this is my favorite of the Blue Note Classics that have come out. It sounds absolutely amazing. It is the best possible available pressing, and it absolutely destroyed my Stereo Liberty pressing of the record. Everybody says the thing that this is more of a Miles Davis record. I'll comment on that in a second. Next, another Blue Note classic. Bam. Hank Mobley's Soul Station. Kind of an unfortunate location for the hype sticker. I saw some other ones where the hype was right here. I don't know. I kind of like that a little bit better. Right there in the center, it's a little distracting. I know that the Blue Note Classics people try to put the hype stickers in a nice location so that it's not like just stuck over Hank Mobley's face or something. But, yeah, the middle, anyhow, this is a fantastic record. Great sounding bass from Paul Chambers. Art Blakey is playing solid as fuck on here. Hank is super underrated. Fat tone, bluesy, low down stuff, just killing. And it just has a smoothness that I love to hear. This is a fantastic sounding pressing of the record. Highly recommend it. That said, I do have an 80s Blue Note pressing of the record, right? On the Finest in Jazz Since 1939 label, right? I might duel these and do a companion video. Just a short, you know, kind of A-B. And see if there is a big difference between a possible digital cut of the record and the all analog AAA cut by Kevin Gray version of the record. Very, very nice. highly suggest this. Speaking of highly suggestible records, Moin. That's right. Another Blue Note classic. Jumped all over this. Some people had some problems with this kind of batch of classics with scuffing and stuff like that. Mine had some very minor scuffs on it. Very, very minor. Not audible. So, no big deal. That said, Moin opens with that iconic head. They evolve into these kind of swells. You know, it almost sounds like the volume of the rhythm section is kind of going up and down. I don't know if they did that in the mixing or if that's something that the band did. You know, they swell into these kind of blistering clusters of notes, kind of crashing into your skull like waves. Lee Morgan, ruling on this record. Now see, this is what I'm talking about. Remember a minute ago when I was talking about something else and I said that people considered it a Miles record and not a Cannonball record? Well, you could consider this a Lee Morgan record and not an Art Blakey record. That's how badass Lee Morgan plays on this record right here. Bobby is playing beautiful piano stuff. Benny killing on saxophone, right? I mean, just speedy, fluid slurs, you know, just absolutely shredding on the sax. But Lee Morgan is stealing the show on this record. Art Blakey is obviously a legend and one of the greatest drummers of all time. That said, you could call this a Lee Morgan record. I don't. I call it an Art Blakey record. He's the band leader on this. Now, hold on. I also have an 80s finest jazz since 1939 of this record, right? Depending on what kind of rig you got, there's not a big difference. That said, for $25, why not go for the all analog cut by Kevin Gray version of the record? Nice hype sticker placement. Why not? It looks good. The cover looks amazing. Look at this iconic cover. Maybe not as good as the Music Matters, but really, really good. I really like that. Blue Note classic I have listened to the most, yes, is this one. Joe Henderson's Page One. Wow. Yeah, Joe Henderson, a true master that doesn't get the fanfare of, say, a Coltrane or Sonny Rollins or Wayne Shorter even, but he's a key figure in the Blue Note canon. If you've been getting any of these reissues, you probably are becoming aware of the fact that Joe Henderson is on everything. This particular album, right, features Kenny Dorham, Butch Warren, Pete LaRocca. It's incredible. Getting into some tone poets here. Bam. Andrew Hill's Black Fire. That's right. Flutter and wow problems? Meh. You know, depending on how good of a rig you have, how good your stereo system is, you might detect some flutter and wow on the piano. Who knows? It could be an out of tune string, could be an old tape, could be a problem with the tape machine. I highly doubt it, because that same tape machine is doing all the rest of these releases. So it would be on everything. But that said, this particular record, right? Opening track, real heater. Joe Henderson again burning. Andrew Hill is playing quite well. This whole thing is an enjoyable listen from top to bottom. Very, very nice drum sounds from Roy Haynes. I mean, whoo. Not really like a really ringing drum sound. More of kind of a in-your-face, kind of direct sound on the drums there. Fat snare sound in particular. Joe is playing almost these kind of shredding guitar licks that are like kind of things, like tapping licks, if you will. It's very, very good. This is a very enjoyable listen. The rhythm section alone is killing so hard that you should just get this record, despite the criticisms. Next, true audiophile record. Bobby Hutchinson, Oblique, right? This is for all intents and purposes kind of a Herbie Hancock record. All the tunes sound like Herbie arrangements, But there's a lot of twinning from him and Bobby, kind of playing all these lines together. It's an amazing tasting piece of licorice. I mean, this is a really nice record. Probably put on in the morning or at night. Rhythm section sounds amazing. Herbie absolutely ruling on this. You gotta like the vibes if you're gonna get this record and be into it. Overall, this is fantastic. And excellent artwork on the front. Of course, it's on the Blue Note stereo label. Really, really nice. Big fan of that record. Speaking of audiophile records, though, everyone has said that this is one of the best sounding tone poets yet. And, you know, I would agree. Got to be a fan of the bass. Paul Chambers' bass on top. Listen, Paul Chambers played on a lot of sessions, right? I mean, a lot of sessions. And, you know, he's mostly known for getting that bow out and just doing these big, fat, bowed melodies and stuff. Really cool. Kenny Burrell is on this, playing his ass off, basically. Paul, you know, flawless intonation. Just playing all this wonderful stuff while Kenny is holding down the bones of the song. Excellent tones from everybody involved. I mean, this is a fantastic pressing of this record. Now, full disclosure, I did have to send my first copy back because it was warped pretty badly. They sent me this one. It's perfectly fine. It sounds incredible. Yes, Paul Chambers bass on top. Interesting stereo situation, how they got that set up. Chick Corea, now he sings, now he sobs. Boom. You know, this is Chick on Solid State, by the way. Kind of cool looking label there. Kind of proving that he's a serious virtuoso. And his musical IQ is very, very high. The arrangements on this, crazy good. The rhythm section, Roy Haynes again on drums. The bass and drums on this sound fantastic. Roy Haynes is killing. There's just constant movement in all the tunes. The arrangements are absolutely insane. There's machine gun-like syncopated lines that are just like kind of pushing the songs forward with a sense of urgency that you couldn't possibly imagine. Clifford Brown and Max Roach, that's right, Steady and Brown, two virtuosos, going hard. Some serious flexing here. Clifford Brown and his no-holds-bar trumpet approach, playing stuff so fast, so fluid, things that Miles Davis could never imagine playing. Now, Miles has a different set of talents. That said, he's not playing like Clifford Brown, for sure. Harold Land is on saxophone on this, and he is playing fantastic as well. Burning, in fact. Max Roach with impeccable time and taste. Ride cymbal and snare work from the gods. This is an Acoustic Sounds series record. If you don't, it's on Emercy, by the way. If you don't have this, you should pick this up. This is a very solid. Now, one last record and we'll get into the Acoustic Sounds series. But this will be my segue into that. A bit of a Grail find here. This is not a crazy rare record to find. I've been looking for it forever. By the way, I waited and waited till I got a good deal. Super clean, super amazing record. That's right. The best. That's right. The best movie soundtrack record. Bam. Sonny Rollins, Alfie. This is an insane record. Sonny and Kenny Burrell creating a true masterpiece here. It's just, the sound on this particular record is immense. Burrell sounding incredible here, but of course Sonny with a big fat liquid tone and just lines of impossible ability, okay? Sonny Rollins is easily the greatest living saxophone player and possibly the greatest saxophone player of all time. It is on that original Impulse label. That brings us to the 2021 Acoustic Sounds releases. Yeah. They're about to kick it off with Gil Evans' Out of the Cool. A great jazz record that everybody should probably have in their collection. Just a beautiful sounding audiophile record. It's going to be primarily Impulse. A couple Oscar Peterson releases, and Ella and Lewis. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, awesome. Cool. That's it. Bill Evans, 64 and 65, right? Let's see if I have some of these records, right? Bill Evans Trio, 65. They're doing this one. Yeah. Great record. Can't wait to hear that. What else are they doing? A big title. A big title as far as I'm concerned. Most people don't own this record. John Coltrane's Crescent. Yeah. Impulse, baby. Yeah. Crescent. They're doing Crescent this year. Incredible. Incredible. What else are they doing? John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. Yeah, got that one too. Boom. They're also doing John at the Village Vanguard. Now, I have John at the Village Vanguard again, and I don't have the first one, so I'm excited about that for sure. What else are they doing? Mingus, the Black Saint and the Sinner Lady on Impulse. Whoa, okay. Not my favorite Mingus record, but still cool. That said, a really, really good Mingus record is this one. Mingus. That's right. Now this one here that I have is not on that original Impulse label, so I'll be excited to get it for sure. That's it. They're also doing John and Duke Ellington. I don't have that, and I really, really want it. So what I'm trying to say is I'm going to be going for the full run probably in 2021 of the Acoustic Sound series. Now, I know a lot of people in the BC are covering this right now. Some of these audiophile releases are getting harder to get, and a lot of people are pre-ordering them to ensure that they get their copy. That said, remember, like, some of these records I just showed, like these two in particular, Blackfire and the Chick Corea Now He Sings Now He Sobs record. These are two of the first Tone Poets to come out, right? I didn't get them at first, and they went away for a while, but they came back and I got them. So I'm confident that most of these will get several pressings, and everyone will be able to get them. Now, that said, we did see ballads return from the Acoustic Sound series, but we haven't seen a Love Supreme come back yet. So some of these things take longer than others. I have a feeling that they've been preparing for this like well in advance. So fingers crossed. 2021 looks like it's shaping up to be a great year for jazz records. With the craft stuff, the Blue Note stuff, the Acoustic Sound series, Sam, Intervention. I mean, it's going to be a wild year for jazz. Yeah, really excited about it. You know, some of this does kind of weigh against my record store day purchases, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but the amount of records I'm getting for record store day just keeps going down because there's only so much money I can put towards records. I do have to eat every now and then. So anyway, yeah, exciting stuff. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave some comments down below. Until we meet again, that's right, folks. Bob out.